showed her that, you know, when she pooped, like, oh my God, yes, mommy, happy. Like,
I think I gotta do this all over again. Yeah, cause they ain't hear shit.
your mic wasn't on.
No, we about to do this whole bitch again right now. What you talking about?
The next 20 minutes, that nigga's gonna be asleep. You got 20 minutes on that potty. If you don't poop, go to bed. Hopefully you don't poop tonight. Make it upset.
You know what? I'm gonna do it this way though, y'all. Cause we just wasted time just now. Like, I actually want to see this one. My mic wasn't on.
I know. Yeah.
Every year there's a couple of indie games, just really a handful that kind of pop off, and they, I think, are the games that are kind of like the talk of the town over the entire year. And Schedule 1 is one of those early contenders already here in 2025. So if you haven't played it, I mean, the name kind of gives it away pretty well, right? It's a game where you basically run your own drug making and dealing empire. You can create like different strains of weed, you can hire employees, you can like, you know, go out and get new customers and buy property and all these different things, right? And it's a game that just kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, it came out a few days ago, and already on Steam, it has hundreds of thousands of concurrent players. Just yesterday I looked, and it had set its new all-time peak at around 450,000 people simultaneously. I mean, it's insane how much of a hit this game is. Now,
Well, I was trying to say in the beginning of the video anyway, until I found out my mic wasn't working. Well, I didn't have it on. I ain't played Schedule 1 or Drug Dealer 2. I seen gameplay from Ratchet Low. Shout out to Ratchet Low. We did that reaction to Penguin, but like we said, unfortunately, my motherfucking mic was. We're not gonna talk about that. But I haven't played both of them games, bro. I only seen two. Only seen the gameplays. Like that's it. Only seen gameplays, bro. I really don't get the lawsuit, honestly. I mean, I get it a little bit. When I first seen the game, it did give a little of DDS, a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit. I love the cartoony feel of it. It do look like some Rick and Morty shit. It do look like Rick and Morty, while DDS is on the like Dying Light realistic, you know what I mean, approach. Look a little bit. But I just don't get the motherfucking lawsuit at all. I ain't gonna cap to you.
I ended up getting it.
If that's the case, we sue it because of drug making games, sue Roblox.
That's what I'm like.
You should sue, what's that shit called?
GTA.
GTA. You need to sue them motherfuckers. Because those all contain the simple action, drug making.
Exactly.
Drugs
Hell,
even exist.
if you really gonna sell some shit, sue some shit, sue Sims 4, the
they
mods.
They got drugs and mods and all that shit on there too. Yeah, Sims a big ass franchise as well.
You might as well sue them.
Believe it or not, Sims and GTA is one of the biggest game franchises.
They're that. And Sims 4s get like that with the mods.
Sims 4 and GTA are the most long active games that survived the 2000s. You know, a lot of games didn't survive the 2000s. A lot of those games don't get remade. They don't exist right now, and they're hard to find. I need y'all to be quiet. They're hard to find now, but you see, GTA and Sims are one of the two games from the 2000s that stayed on the market.
GTA Sims is damn near like this. It's just you got the good side, you can do things you want to do legally, and you got the other side where you do things illegally. But still, you still have mods. You still got mods for GTA.
Mods used to be illegal, believe it or not, y'all. Before when Sims,
it wasn't illegal.
When the Sims 4 first came back out, when Sims came back out with Sims 4, those mods and shit were people. They was attacking people for using those mods on their game. Then that's when they said, "Hey, why don't we just go ahead and let them allow this and make different mods from ourselves. They
'Cause
want. At the end of the day, it's all about money.
I'm about to say y'all can't.
They make money off that shit.
They make money, but they can't ignore. They can't
The
ignore
public,
us.
they can't ignore the public.
They can't ignore our opinions.
Right.
We have opinions, and there's certain things we want to do. At the
Why
end of
y'all
the day,
y'all games even get produced to y'all?
at the end of the day, when we want to play a game, it's escape. We not trying to. I heard that Drug Dealer 2 and Drug Dealer 1. After a while, it's more like a grind. You have to grind and there's a lot of games out here. You have to grind to get shit just to.
Like GTA
Not
is
even
one
fill
of
a
those
void.
games. For sure.
And GTA is one of those games you have to grind. You have to grind. And nowadays, you grinding just to fill a void that's not even gonna get filled, bro. Like you grinding just to fill a void that's not gonna get filled, bro. So, and then a lot of things is microtransactions just to fill that void.
I know I didn't just catch you do that.
And you still not filling the void. So they might as well get to suing the whole shebang that tap into drug dealing, cause
Put your other hand.
it's gonna happen. Schedule 1 another game can surpass Schedule 1 by the day or tomorrow, just based off of one mechanic, bro. You know what I mean? So let's get back into this video, man.
And I've played a pretty good amount of it. I'm about 20 hours into it so far, and personally, I'm
Shout out
really
Penguin.
enjoying it. This game is right up my alley. I kind of like those like business management tycoon kind of games anyway. But this game has been very refreshing for me. It's a pretty cool experience, and unfortunately, it looks like there is a group out there that is trying to take all of this momentum down immediately. Now, the unfortunate truth about the gaming industry is, especially it seems like when it's an indie smash success, right? A game comes along and just does this idea really well. You have jealous devs. You have people who get kind of mad when they see these other people succeeding so well. And so now it appears that the developer of Schedule 1, which from my understanding, it's like just one guy, right, who made this entire game here, he is now being sued by a rival game development company, more notably the company behind Drug Dealers Simulators 1 and 2. So nothing brings momentum to a screeching halt quicker than legal action. This is the prospect Schedule 1 is facing, as it's being deemed too similar to Movie Games SA's Drug Dealer Simulator 1 and 2 franchise, prompting a full investigation into the game. Whereas people were hyping themselves up for Warzone's Verdansk or continuing to enjoy the success of Assassin's Creed Shadows, Steam indie title Schedule 1 was out here dominating. The game is about making and dealing drugs and all of the rigors that come with the crime life. This is apparently appealing, as Schedule 1 hit a peak of over 400,000 players and continues to bring in wheelers and dealers each day. Everything was going great, but on April 3rd, publisher Movie Games SA demanded an investigation into TVGS's Schedule 1. So, if you haven't heard of Drug Dealer Simulator 1 and 2, I wouldn't be totally surprised. It's not like these are these massive AAA blockbuster games, but personally, I've played Drug Dealer Simulator 1. In fact, like I said, this is one of those games that's like right up my alley, right? Kind of like a Breaking Bad style game. Now, personally, I didn't really care for Drug Dealer Simulator 1. It was just like a 5 out of 10 for me. It was one of those games like the concept was cool, but it couldn't really reel me in. Now, the difference for me between the two is that Schedule 1 is just more fun to me. And I think that's the case with hundreds of thousands of other people. I mean, you look at the player counts, and I don't think Drug Dealer Simulator ever even came close to reaching the numbers that Schedule 1 has reached. And that is probably for good reason. I mean, even like Schedule 1, I've been seeing a bunch of viral clips on like TikTok, right? The clip that got me interested in Schedule 1 is when this guy like crossed a strain with some sort of chemical or whatever, and he gave it to somebody, and it made the customer literally fucking explode, right? I thought that was super awesome, and that's what really got me on board, right, with Schedule 1. I have had numerous moments in just the 20 hours that I've played so far where immediately I'm just like, yeah, this is better than anything I ever dealt with out of Drug Dealer Simulator, but evidence on the investigation surfaced on the website Pop Business, I guess, featuring a document entitled Movie Games SA 17 out of 2025, decision to commence investigation against the creators of the Schedule 1 production for claims regarding the infringement of the issuer's IP and related to committing an act of unfair competition against it. Movie Games SA has its own series of drug dealing games, Drug Dealer Simulator 1 and Drug Dealer Simulator 2. While the name is more overt in its goal, both titles have attracted thousands of players respectively. The legal document mentions potential infringements of the issuer's intellectual property rights and activities that may bear the characteristics of unfair competition have been identified. Ergo, Schedule 1 is too similar to the Drug Dealer Simulator series, similar to Nintendo's lawsuit with Palworld. Now, this seems to be kind of like a trend in gaming, right, where you've got these indie developers who come out and they make a game that, yeah, sure, I guess you could say it's similar. I mean, it's not like this game and Drug Dealer Simulator are the complete opposite of one another. There's obviously a lot of similarities, but it is not against the law or against property rights or IP rights, whatever, right, to make a game that is similar to another video game. That is not against the law. There is nothing wrong with that. And hopefully Nintendo is going to learn that the hard way when it comes to their Palworld lawsuit. I mean, this is like, okay, imagine way back in the day, right? Like, for sports fans out there, imagine if when, like, NFL had Madden NFL and NFL 2K, if EA Sports decided to sue 2K Sports because how dare they make a football game? Or even kind of closer to this instance, I mean, you know, on GTA Online, you could buy, like, the lockups and stuff, and you could transport drugs and make money doing that, right? How come Rockstar Games doesn't file a lawsuit against Drug Dealer Simulator for stealing their idea?
Exactly.
Maybe, you know, World of Warcraft, because they're the most popular MMORPG ever or whatever, right? Maybe they should go sue all the other ones because they're stealing ideas. It's like, if we were going by the logic that if a game is similar, therefore it's theft or whatever, we would have so many less video games on the market. We would have so many less classics. I think most gaming fans can agree that when it comes to ideas and genres and game like types or whatever, there needs to be healthy competition, because if there's not healthy competition and basically like the first people to corner the market on an idea have some sort of exclusive license for that concept or whatever, right? It's going to lead to worse quality.
You know about an app called Steam?
Babe, that's exactly what Schedule 1 is.
You said what?
Exactly where these games is at.
Oh, well, I'm not promoting that type of motherfucking app. This is the type of shit they got going on. Here. I'm not going to say it out loud because it's going to get you banned. Read that. That's what the type of shit that they got apps got on there. That ain't cool. I get the little, the hood, and, you know, drug dealing and Schedule 1 and shit. I get those. Those apps are for adult males. Y'all. But what the fuck is that? And they say it's a lot of kids that use that app. Swipe. Sorry, chat. I came across this while y'all talking about the same app.
It's just Steam is a game. It's basically like Roblox. You make your own game.
And slap it on there for other motherfuckers to play. Right, okay. I just happened to have seen that. It popped up on my timeline. I'm like, this is what y'all talking about. Schedule 1 and shit is on there, right? Right. That's sick, though, babe. That's sick.
Motherfuckers like it.
Chat, exactly. 130 million motherfuckers at that. Hey, I'll punch you. I'll flip your hairline back.
Why you cussing?
I'm gonna take your hairline. I'm gonna pull it out one by one if I hear you cussing in. That right there is sick. That's sick. Go ahead. I just thought I would show you that because that's the same app y'all talking about.
I'm about to say, I don't think it don't look like they really raping motherfuckers though.
Well, I mean, that's just parts of clips and pieces of the game. This girl's posting it. This girl I follow, she's posting. This is what she saw on the game. I'm pretty sure the gameplay itself is probably gruesome. It's probably blurred out because she gotta be posted on the internet.
Hell no, they tripping.
You hear me? That's it. They said kids as young as 12 years old can access that. Go ahead, get back to your little content.
This supposed to be on some porn type.
Yeah, go ahead and get back to the content, but I thought I had to show you that
play video games. You're going to have less experiences to actually enjoy. There's no incentive for any game developer to actually make better products because nobody can come along and beat them in sales or anything, right? It's really just a fucking stupid, very anti-consumer, anti-industry mindset where, let's be real, the people behind Drug Dealer Simulator, you know, I'm not going to say their games weren't successful because I feel like that's kind of not telling the truth. These games did sell thousands of copies. Before all of this, they were very well received, and they kind of, you know, made their own little impact or whatever, right? But the truth is, Schedule 1 came along and just blew all of that out of the water, because Schedule 1 is simply just the better game, and it's the newer game. It's the fad right now. If we're being really serious here, the Drug Dealer Simulator guys probably could have just waited a couple of months, and Schedule 1, like, the hype is going to die down, the player counts will probably return somewhat to normal, unless this is some runaway hit that we haven't experienced yet, right? And this would probably all be over with. And honestly, the Drug Dealer Simulator guys should have been playing this wave like, oh yeah, you guys like Schedule 1? You should try out our game. Put your game on.
That's what I was saying before I cut on a motherfucking mic. If Schedule, I was going to tell y'all, keep playing Schedule 1. Keep playing it. It's going to die down eventually, but this the thing about games like that when you keep playing it. It's like a Fortnite game. They blow up. You know, it's not technically like Fortnite. Don't twist it up. But they blow up. You know what I'm saying? They see a lot of traction. But then, you know, after a while, you see certain people going to see the bugs and certain things they don't like about the game. It's going to die down. But then it's going to find its core fan base. That's the purpose of letting these type of games build up. Because you have to find this core fan base. Some of these people on here, probably some people that go to Schedule 1, and that's one thing they should have kept in mind. And this is one thing we also have to keep in mind. These ain't no mainstream people. These are like industry. These ain't industry people. These are locals trying to get their game to pop and get into the limelight. So of course, bro gonna feel some type of way about it, and you know he probably they knew at this stuff. These game developers, these devs are new at this shit. So we got to keep that in mind too. You know what I mean? With that being said, why I'm saying that, if I want put Drug Dealer 2 in a negative limelight, because they started a wave. Let's keep it real. They started a little wave. All right, GTA did it, but GTA is its own thing. GTA is its own. You know what I mean? You got too many GTA clones out here, and GTA still ain't, you know what I mean? GTA still the biggest. This is different. This is strictly drugs. This is strictly a simulator for a specific type of objects. You know what I'm saying? If you get one put down, it's not a Rico. It's not no Rico, bro. But I mean, Schedule 1, it reached there. You know, you feel me? It reaches there, and that's another thing. It's Schedule 1, it looked like Schedule 1 is a little bit more freer than Drug Simulator. Where Drug Simulator, bro, you don't shoot nobody on Drug Simulator, I don't think, bro. You don't shoot nobody on there, bro. And not that I've seen on gameplay, you don't shoot nobody on Drug Simulator. Rather than Schedule 1. I think you want some Drug Simulator, you just run around, you go around, you pick up packs, you pick up, you know what I'm saying, from the drop. And you go dispute them, and you gotta try your best not to get caught. While on the other side of the fence on Schedule 1, where they shooting, you can invite friends. Them are just like GTA, but on a Roblox scale, it's just a drug simulator. That's it. Like that's literally it. So, like I was saying, keep playing Schedule 1. Let it find its core base. Its core fan base. Let it find its core fan base. And with DDS 2, with Drug Dealer Simulator, bro, I feel like y'all should just recognize that y'all put it in the limelight that y'all didn't expect. Y'all gave another idea. You know what I mean? Because it's possible they could have, was playing. It's possible. You don't know. We still haven't heard from him. So it's possible he could have, did a little pinching off Drug Simulator. But I feel like you shouldn't sue them for shit like that because once again, you got GTA, you got San Andreas, you got GTA. You got GTA, you got San Andreas. I mean, not San Andreas, you got Saints Row. You got GTA, you got Mafia. You feel me? You got GTA. What else can I think about, babe? Fake GTA games out there. You got GTA, you got Roblox nowadays. You got Roblox. Roblox is cutting it close and thin. Especially in the YNs. The YNs is everywhere. South Bronx, the trenches. But talking in 2000s term, 2010, you got GTA and what? Crackdown. You got GTA and Sleeping Dogs. You got so many GTA like clone games, bro, and GTA still ain't. You know what I mean? So let Schedule get his fan core base, bro, and then Drug Dealer too. If y'all feel this type of way, bro, we do feel some haterade, bro, because it is making some, you know what I mean, some waves, and out of the blue, y'all want to start suing. We don't like that. Masters don't like that, especially y'all trying to take away something good that we haven't seen in a minute. We don't like that. So y'all just might make another game. Go towards a different a different genre, if y'all will, bro. Just to stay, you know what I mean? Make shit different. Y'all don't have to sit in the same limelight because eventually it's going to die now. Especially if you're not unique, you're not adding your own touch to it, you're not listening to the community. That shit's gonna go down. I'm telling you.
Sale, you know what I mean? Try and actually fucking compete in the free market, you know?
Like,
I don't know. I feel like there were so many better ways to play this whole situation that don't involve trying to get your competitor shut down on legal grounds or whatever because you think that their game is too similar, which I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to pretend to be like some copyright infringement guru or whatever here, right? But I'm just going to go ahead and assume there's probably like an 80% chance that this lawsuit or whatever is not going to follow through, right? Like, you're not going to win this case. People are not going to be on your side. In fact, people are already not on their side. So I went ahead and I just checked out the Drug Dealer Simulator, like Steam pages, their reviews and whatnot, and it's pretty interesting how this works. But right after the news started to break that they were going after the creator of Schedule 1, suddenly both of their games are now being review bombed into oblivion. And almost every single negative review coming in is exclusively like, hey, fuck you, go buy Schedule 1, stuff like that, right? So it's pretty obvious why this is happening. This is no coincidence. They brought it on themselves, if we're being honest. There's some times where I'm like, okay, review bombing is
it's a little haterade in there. Drug Dealer 2. It's a little haterade in there. I don't gotta get that many views, bro. And if y'all do see this and it blows up, bro, it's haterade in there, bro. It's haterade in there. Can't cap. I don't know how long it took for y'all to even. Bro, I seen this game for about a month and it took like that. I'm gonna be real. I'm not saying I'm a little genie or anything, bro. I seen it coming. Cause bro, Schedule 1 is, bro. It looked like he was tapped in, and he just wanted to make his own version. But drug dealer ain't. Y'all going wrong about it. Y'all just going the wrong place about it, bro. Y'all could have did anything. It's 2025. It's 2025. Like I said, with GTA, San Andreas, Mafia, Sleeping Dogs.
Where's the top to the toilet?
I got it. Crackdown. It's so many games, but we can even break it down to what basketball games. How they was competing like that in the 2000s. On from now, where 2K is so trash because they have no competition.
Probably not the best action here or whatever. But this is one of those ones where it's like, you know, I can't even blame people for doing it. I just, as the developer, you have to imagine you don't want to step yourself into these kinds of bear traps, you would think. But apparently that's just not the case because, I mean, they've completely destroyed the reputation of these two games for basically no reason. Like, their reason for cooking their own platform and, like, ruining the reputation of both of these games was because a popular game in that industry or whatever came out and brought hundreds of thousands of new players into this market. I mean, how many people you think are playing Schedule 1 right now who never played Drug Dealer Simulator? It's gotta be a pretty good amount of players. Maybe not all of them, but it's gotta be a good amount. I'm not trying to act like I'm some fucking guru businessman or anything either, but it's like, there's just, I would think of so many different things I would do before, like, launching into lawsuit. There's just, like I said, I'd be putting my shit on 80% off sales. Like, oh, you like this? Come play our shit. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you? It's basically free money, free attention, right? Well, apparently not, because the developers got real angry about this, and it's kind of scary how this is all working out, because like I said, this isn't the only time that we've seen some indie developer come along, they put out some huge game that becomes a real big hit, then suddenly the big guys or whatever in the industry, they try to come along and like bully them in court and try and fuck with them for making a good game. It's just, it actually blows my mind, bro. And I'm sure this has happened like before the last couple of years too, but there's been, like obviously the Nintendo and Power World one, like there's been pretty big lawsuits like this going on recently, and it never really seems to be like a good PR move for the people getting mad. I mean, even Nintendo, as loved as they are, you had a lot of people shitting on them and critiquing them for the action that they took against Palworld. So I guess this whole situation, at least to me, it serves as a reminder for anyone else. Like, if you're some, like, 16-year-old or whatever, and you're ready to, in the next few years, try and start a career in, like, game design or whatever, just remember, obviously, when you're at the top, there's going to be people gunning for your head. That's how it is in every industry. And the guy who made Schedule 1 is no doubt a multi-millionaire right now, right? This guy probably has more money in the bank than, like, any indie game developer outside of, like, the guy who made Stardew Valley or, like, Notch because he made Minecraft. You know what I mean? Like, this guy has made buku money. So when you get to that point, they're going to gun for your head. But also remember, if there's an advantage...
Think about the Minecraft-like games out there right now. Or that was out there. Even indie games.
You know, you see, like, one of your competitors succeed, you don't have to instantly jump into rage mode. Like, sometimes you gain more by celebrating the success of others around you. Sometimes you gain more when you just smile instead of getting angry when somebody else is doing well. Because it bodes a lot better for you in the long run, right? Like, you don't look like a salty, jealous fucking idiot. And unfortunately for Movie Games SA here, they have just, like, torched their own rep. I mean, like, for me personally, like I said, I played Drug Dealer Simulator 1, haven't gotten around to 2. But after all of this, if there's ever a Drug Dealer Simulator 3, I'm guaranteed not on board now. Simply because I'm not going to give my money to support these developers who are out here trying to kill other game devs and trying to shut them down and are trying to rain on their parade for making something successful.
That's
so
crazy.
Pretty insane situation going on here, and I think it's kind of flying on.
That's crazy. Man, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of hurtful for real. Like, if I was watching this video, right, if I was a dev and I was watching this video, I don't know what I'd do. He probably laughing. When they seen that video, they laugh. That's what I want to do. I want to laugh like that. It's crazy. For a motherfucker think about you like that, like, for one lawsuit. We getting too sensitive.
The radar just a tad bit. That's why I wanted to cover it. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, talking about...
Shout out Optimus, man. Like I said, bro. What he just said, bro, I don't even know if they should make another game. I don't even think they should make another game, bro. I think that, well, if they do, bro, they just need to come out with a different little different LLC with the money they gained from, you know what I mean? And just go for a different gusto. Because, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That alone just put Schedule 1 into place. Y'all didn't want them to even be in the first place. That's the crazy part. Y'all don't even want them to be advertised spot, but y'all gave it to them just now. Like, here, here, that's my daughter. You just gave him your kids and everything. I mean, wow, baby, that's tough. That's tough. I say keep playing Schedule 1 just because of that reason, and for the fuck of it. It was pointless, low key. They should have thrived with him at least. You know what I mean? But the only way to come out of this for me, make another game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Compete with 2K. Y'all wanna throw lawsuits around and stuff like that. Go compete with 2K. Them niggas. They get you right. They get you right. You feel me? I wouldn't do too much of the lawsuit. Facts. Go compete with them or something. Like, everything don't always have to be yours. You feel me? There's so many games you can make out here. You can make a cup game out here. If it's hard enough, motherfuckers will fuck with the cup game. It's your boy Dagger 2X, bro. Y'all drop in the comments how y'all feel about the video and about the situation. And shit, I don't even know how this is gonna come out.